All right, and hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, Broke Boy Codes is back at it. And I know what you might be thinking, man, Broke Boy, that voice and mic quality is sounding absolutely exceptional. And I would just say thank you to that. And hopefully, this new microphone is able to supply you guys with the best audio for these tutorials. So let's get into it. So today we're going to be looking at problem 2053, kth distinct string in an array. This is an easy problem, and we're going to be solving it in Java, so let's get started. A distinct string is a string that is present only once in an array. Given an array of strings and an integer k, return the kth distinct string present in the array. If there are fewer than k distinct strings, return an empty string. Okay. So in this example 1, we have this array of strings, and we have D occurs once, B once, C once, and then B, this is a second occurrence, so cancel that. C occurs twice, so that's not distinct. So our distinct values would be B and A, and we want the second distinct value, so it's not going to be B, but it's going to be A, so that's just going to return A. And then here we have 3 different distinct values, and we want the first one, so it's going to return this, and it does. And then here we want the third distinct element, but there's only one distinct element in the array, so that's going to just return an empty string. So this is a problem where we're going to need to utilize a hash map to keep track of the frequency of each value in the array. So yeah, hash maps are very important data structure to be comfortable with. So this is definitely a great problem to practice with, one that you might see in an interview because it's pretty simple and straightforward. So let's go ahead and get started with some pseudocode. So we're going to need to initialize a hash map. And so we're going to need to first loop through the array, and we're going to need to set the frequency of each variable. So we can just say set freq of each val in hash or in array. Okay, and then after we make that first pass, we can make a second pass, and then we need to see if the frequency is 1, and if it is 1, that means that it is a unique value. And then we can probably just decrease k, because once we find 1, that's going to count as 1. So, and we'll do that until we get to k equals 0. And when we get to k equals 0, then we can return the next one. So we can just say check if frequency equals 1. If so, we can do this. And then we need to also ask if k equals 0, return, then we'll just say return current string. And then if we get to the end of this loop, we can just return empty, empty string, like so. Okay, so let's get started with some code. We can just first initialize the hash map. We can say map of a string and integer, because we need to keep track of the string that we're at as well as the frequency, so that will be our integer. Call it map equals new hash map, yada yada yada. You guys get the syntax. Okay, so now we need to set the each value in the array. So we can make a first pass through the array and just add the current string as well as the frequency to the map. So we can do a map.put, and then, first we're going to need to loop. So that's not what we want to do. Let's say for each string in the array, we'll call it s. Then we need to add it to the map. So we can say map.put. And then our current s, and then we need to get the current frequency. So we can say map.get or default s and 0, and then so default 0, if not add 1. Okay, so that's the first pass, and then we need to make a second pass. So we can just do this same for loop, string s, call it s again, like so. And then we need to check if the current map's value is, or frequency is 1. So we can do that with a map.get. Wow, okay, I'm having trouble here. If map.get s is equal to 1, that means that our frequency in the array only occurred once, so that's good. If that happens, we can just decrease k. Nice and simple. And then after this, we need to do the second part to this, which is check if k equals 0. And if so, return the string. So that shouldn't be too complicated. We can just say if k equals 0, return the current string. Okay, that looks good. And then if we get to the end of this, then that means that 0, excuse me, that means we never reached 0. So we can just return the empty string at that point. So we can just do that. And I think that looks good. The solution looks pretty solid. So let's give that a run, see if we made any syntactical errors. Probably did. We did not. Beautiful. So we can go ahead and submit this problem to see how we're doing according to our runtime and space. And beats 90/20, and ooh, that's not very good there. Memory is a little high. We'll just rerun it. Pretend nothing happened, a little bit better. So yeah, you could probably think of a better solution here. These guys are using hash sets, which is interesting. Seems like a good solution, but we're just gonna make it simple with our hash map. I think this is a good enough solution, so thank you guys for watching. I'm going to try to get more of these videos out. I'm going to be a little bit more consistent with the daily problems. So hopefully I can do maybe one of these every day. So until next time, drop a comment if you have any questions, and drop a like and subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.